New business, FFA presentation. Officers of the Rolla FFA chapter will present information about their activities for the past year.
Yay.
Yeah, well, you need to use the
You
microphone.
can
for
carry
the-
it, though. You can
You
carry
can
it.
carry it over there.
Sabrina, you can move it.
And please introduce yourself and tell us what your titles are.
So they can hear you into the mic.
Into the mic.
Well, my name's Lindsay Grisham, and we just want to say thank you for having us. We're here to represent the Rolla FFA chapter, and we're going to show you the highlights of our school year.
I'm AJ Hobbs, and I'm this year's 2016-2017 chaplain.
I'm Isabel Vankirk, and I'm the retired president.
I'm Sabrina Morris, and I'm the retired secretary.
I'm Morgan Roseman. I'm this year's assistant historian.
There we go.
So we made this presentation in order of our school year calendar. So these are events in order from the calendar. So our first event is the state fair. We had 2 people show at the state fair this year. Kennedy Barnett's was one, and Dalton Smith was the other. They always do really good at the state fair. It's pretty impressive to watch. It's the entire state of Missouri, so it's pretty cool. We go as a FFA chapter up to the state fair, and we spend a day up there, get to watch all the kids show their animals and different exhibits and stuff. It's really neat.
Wurdack Field Day is another trip that we get to take during the school year, and we get to go down to a research farm, which is close to us, and we get to see different ways that they're experimenting with agriculture. And this year we got to see soil erosion, and we got to learn about how the soil changes crops.
Our fall contest, we have a lot of participants. Me and Sabrina were included in one of them for grasslands. We also have our fall public speakers, and we also have trap shooting. So we have a lot of involvement early on in the year.
One of the neat things I always see for trap shooting, it's a really neat contest to see because there's a lot of boys who don't really usually participate in a lot. They all come out and they shoot and they have a great time. So it's neat to see our activities that involve literally everyone in our chapter. So everybody has something to do.
Our chapter Hayride serves as our November chapter meeting, so we all meet out somewhere, the location's decided, and we talk about a few business things, and then we just get to know everybody, and we go on a hayride, and we eat, and we just talk, and we have a good time for our November chapter meeting.
National Convention is one of the biggest meetings of FFA members all across the country, and Puerto Rico and Alaska, just everywhere. You will get lost in a sea of blue. It is amazing. And some of the speakers that were there were Dr. Rick Rigsby. He literally made me cry, which was really emotional. And we also had another speaker who showed us that she was a great barrel racer, and one day she was going to a competition and she flipped her truck and was paralyzed from the waist down, but she still barrel races to this day.
Oh my gosh.
Taylor Strain received her American degree this year at National Convention, which is a huge honor from our chapter.
So as AJ was saying, National Convention is like our biggest expo we go to. Chapters from all across the nation go to that. Last year, I think there were 65,000 people in blue jackets there. So whenever AJ said get lost in a sea of blue, literally everybody's wearing the same thing. So it's really neat to go and hear a bunch of different speakers. There's a lot of great motivational speakers. We have a lot of different leadership workshops and stuff. So we get a lot out of going. We get to send quite a big group. That's our group down there we sent this year. So it's pretty neat.
Where was the National Convention?
Louisville, Kentucky. Sorry.
Is it the same place every year?
Next year it's going to be in Indiana.
Fruit Sales is our biggest fundraiser. We have a lot of chapter involvement. These funds help us throughout the whole year.
I was one of the top 3 fruit sales. It's a lot of hard work, and you get to know people in the community, and it's really nice to meet new people.
As you can see in the bottom picture, we do our own work. We make our own mixed boxes. We all work together and we make them. We don't order them. We pack our own mixed boxes of fruit. So it's a lot of hands-on work for us.
We take a lot of pride in our fundraisers. It teaches us a lot of different skills like growing up. That's what's really neat about it. I've enjoyed it all 4 of my years. I've learned a lot of stuff on sales and all different kinds of stuff. It's really neat. It's a good experience for kids.
Then we have our blood drive. It was actually the first time I ever gave blood. I was scared to death of needles.
I'm with you, AJ.
Yeah. Then a few people talked me into it, saying you should really do it, and I was like, fine, I'll do it. Did not enjoy it.
You made it through it.
Yep, I suffered through it, but it felt good to actually give blood to help people, and it made me feel good inside.
Got Mr. Jenkins even to give there.
Yeah, you see Mr. Jenkins down at the bottom. A lot of people donate. We have a lot of people from the community. It's a really neat opportunity to like share our passion and stuff for our agriculture and everything. We talk about, they see that we're from the FFA, so it's pretty cool to like save lives too while we're at it.
Also in previous years, we've had Code Red, and we've had a lot of people come together to help us with that.
A lot of records broke for our number of donators.
FFA week is a really fun time. It's in February. It's on the same week as Washington's birthday. I think during this week we pulled together as a chapter big time. We do a lot of activities throughout the week, and we also have our annual pork loin supper, which helps support us as well for the alumni.
As you can see in the pictures, there's various different spirit days that we do. We do our spirit days to serve as awareness and also to get our chapter students involved in FFA week, so they all have a place to get involved in FFA week.
Another thing that the spirit days are like crazy. We really do get involved in our spirit days, and everybody asks because it's not everybody in the school is doing it. So we like are at RTI and everybody's doing it there, but we go back to the high school and they're like, "What are you doing? What are you wearing?" Because that's like the stuff we wear. So it's pretty cool. We also have a day where we all the officers dress up and go sign a proclamation with the mayor. So that's pretty cool. We do that. The top picture is us going to Grace Food Distribution, and we go and help families that are in need. So that's kind of cool too. We do a lot of work that week. It's a national week for FFA. So.
Spring contest, again, is a lot of chapter involvement. We form tight bonds with our teams so that we can help make sure that we go to districts and state and hopefully nationals. We have contests for anyone. So anything that you're interested in, we have something that's for you.
Shelby Ply was our Creed speaker this year, and she did a very good job. She will be going to nationals this year in October to speak the Creed at the national convention.
Another one that's not really it's not really FFA contest. It's something we did. It's that bottom middle picture. That's my brother. Kind of, I don't know if you'd say a proud sister moment. That's a bunch of rodents. We had a rodent control, so it's like tales of stuff. It's all regulate. Like we check all the regulations and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. We get a lot of trap shooting. A lot of the boys who kind of do their own thing. They like this a lot. It was entertaining to see them all bring it all in this year. AJ competed in it too, so it was a good time.
All right, the state convention is where we go to compete for state, and we had Shelby Ply go there, and she got first place to go to nationals. So it's a really fun experience to go there, and
it's almost kind of like a smaller version of national convention. There's a lot of expos there. There's a lot of colleges willing to talk to you about their experiences, jobs that are wanting to talk to you. We had a lot of teams go to state this year. We're a very proud chapter of that. We also had our state degree recipients recognized. Up there you see Buddy Black, Sabrina Morris, and Dalton Smith. So we're very proud of them for receiving their state degree, and hopefully we'll see them get their American degree at this year. Oh, and also on the top left corner, we have our chapter members, and we also have a national officer up there, and we're right next to the stage.
Here we go, strawberry sales.
So you guys know about our strawberry sales. It's a good time to get more community involvement. Our alumni puts it on. It's a fundraiser that they put on for us for scholarships. So I know me and Isabel both benefited from that scholarship this year for our college. So it's a pretty neat experience. We literally see it coming like for us. It's for us. And we like go and help them on Friday night and Saturday morning. Sometimes Saturday morning. Sometimes we sell out.
Yeah, they weren't very long. They weren't there very long.
They're
on
pretty
Saturday.
good.
Yeah, good strawberries.
So yeah, it's good to have community involvement and get our name out there. So.
Motivational Conference is at the beginning of the school year, actually. And we take our freshmen, and they get to go there, and they get to learn about what FFA is about. And we also take our officer team there, and the officer team goes with the area officers, and we do some officer building, some skill building, some leadership skills, and different things like that.
Not only the motivational conference, which she was right, it was for freshmen and stuff. We do a lot of different conferences for different times during the year, and it's a lot of leadership workshops that are really stretch us and grow us as people. And we really I see it firsthand that people just like step out of their shells. It's pretty neat.
But Banquet is my favorite time of the year, just because of our family and friends being there and seeing us recognized.
It's also a time to see all of our members, from our green hands getting their first pens to up to our seniors getting their plaques. And we just try to give everybody something. It's not a one person left out. And Sabrina, one of the many officers that graduated, also Isabel, giving their final speeches, and then Shelby presenting the creed. We decided to do that this year. We never did that, but it would be nice for her to do it because she knows it by heart.
Really
She
well.
came here.
She came to
For
the
us.
board meeting and presented. It was very impressive.
Banquet is a time where all of the FFA members that have done so much and succeeded so well get to be recognized for all of their hard work. And like he said, every member gets an award, whether it's for a contest or whether it's leadership, but everybody gets a pin at Banquet.
And I do have to clarify. So we don't just hand out awards. These people for real, they work hard all year long to deserve these awards. So it's really neat to see everybody getting recognized for what they've done all year long.
Chapter Barn Dance is a real fun time. We get together at the Strain Farm and we spend a few days decorating and put a lot of hard work. The new thing we did was put safety deals on the barrel bull because people complaining about rug burn. Yep, but we still had a lot of fun. Yeah, we still have a lot of fun, a lot of cheers, a lot of tears. Not much tears, but unless you're riding the bull. But we still have a good time, a lot of fun, and we go until 11 o'clock. Then we have to tear it down that night.
Like AJ was saying, it's a lot of fun. We do it on the last day of school, so it's kind of a last of the year and celebration. We spend a lot of work decorating. You can see we have to clear out Strain's barn every year before we get started. That's one of the days. It takes a full day after school. And then we spend the next day decorating, and then the day before the dance we decorate up until, because we get out at 1, so we get time to decorate before the dance. It's a neat time to end the year, have a good celebration. We have a good time, and we eat about everything at everything. So it's just a good time wherever there's food, right?
Alright, so this is our summer trip that we go on each year. This year we went to Jernigan Ranch where they show us how they work with their cows and Hereford cows and everything. We went to where we get our fruit from, Springfield Grocers, and see that how our fruit comes in. We get it as soon as it's picked, and they ship it to them, and they ship it the next morning to us, so we can get it fresh as can be. And it was a good trip to go on, and you learn a lot and get to talk to people from the year that you had class with and didn't get to really talk to that year.
Another place we went to was Redneck Trailers, where we saw a lot of interesting machinery there, and I started looking at some lights because I'm wanting to deck out my truck. But I saw how bright they were, and I was like, I'll just stick to my normal lights. But another place we went to was Country Meats. I think that's the name of it, Jenkins? Kabul Country Meats. And I saw something that freaked me out because I saw it was cut up, but I still saw a little pulse moving. And I'm like, that's not normal.
All right, so I don't know. I'm sorry. It's all good. He's quite the storyteller. He keeps us entertained all year long.
Yeah.
But so our summer activities, like they were saying, we have a good time. It's a time for us. We go on summer trip, which is one of the first activities of the summer that we do, and it's right after school. We get to spend a long time with each other, kind of get a little tired of each other after a while. But it's a really neat experience. We get to go to a lot of agricultural tours and stuff, so we get to see a lot of stuff. So I think that's it.
So what's the animal the gentleman's holding up there? What is that?
It's a goat.
It's a goat.
Yeah.
Can't see that.
That's one of the farms we went to. Last year we went on to Heartland Farms,
Okay.
and it was an 18,000 acre farm,
Wow.
and it was really cool. Like everybody loved it. We got to see how they had a whole bunch of animals, and they had all kinds of plants and stuff, and we learned how the operation works, and we got to talk to a bunch of people, and it was actually like what they do is they take in people who have had a troubled past, and they hire them to work for them, and they live on this big farm, and so it's a really neat place. It was cool to experience it. And
Where's that located? Do you know?
Northeast Missouri and Lapita.
I'll be darned.
it's really cool. It was a neat experience. It was very humbling to like see these people.
Yeah.
That's a big farm.
That's a big farm.
Was
Yeah.
it kind of a treatment program, Gord? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Well, that's the end of our slideshow. You guys have any
Wow.
questions?
I'm trying to figure out when you
Good.
guys actually go to school.
It's in between.
There you go.
And you should know that this presentation gets clipped and placed on our website so you can watch yourself how you perform. People on TV are watching.